previous game in the King of Hill tournament, I know that she will pull out a lot of fantastic plays and be that powerhouse animal that will work for MLG. But yeah, like I said,
Hello.
like you said, should I say, MLG have just been so fantastic in this game. Carissa, who are
Yeah,
you saying hello to?
can I cut in for a second? People in
Boy.
chat are saying that they should have picked Batiste. Do you guys remember the draft?
Oh yeah, it was Batiste. They picked Batiste instead of Flicker.
See, they had hovered over
Oh.
Flicker, but
Oh. Did they misclick maybe, and that's why they didn't pick again? Uh-huh. Maybe
well,
Batiste was a misclick, and they I don't know, but they didn't talk about it in the in-game chat. So,
well, Carissa, have you? It's your choice, Carissa.
Sorry, play, but I still think MLG's got the upper hand with this jar. So if I was like the one streaming it, I would be like, fuck it, let's go. And I just play.
Apparently, according to Big Tomato in chat, Batiste was because Rafa said nothing because he had disconnected. So, look,
so it was like kind of a problem. So I think you could just leave them the benefit
just
of the
give
doubt.
them, give them benefit of the doubt. And plus, let's be honest, I'm sure you agree when we say that MLG have a slightly better draft. However, Equilibrium, they're engaging hard.
Yeah, 5-man engagement right off the start. Dude just trying to be aggressive, going a little bit on the turret there, taking a bit of damage by Squassy's chains. But still, 1 minute in and no first blood to the horizon. Christian getting started up by Rafa, Hat, and Miraka. I think Lolania and Squashy, they didn't go for any CP buffs, and they have to try and go for them. Lulania, nice, they're going to be rotating over. 1-man Impale coming out. He doesn't have his level 2, doesn't have the Jitten Wall, unfortunately. Follow up that CC chain. But still, that's going to be Lolania finally securing that CP buff, because otherwise there could have been 2 CP buffs going over right off the bat for Equilibrium. And that's not really what you want to do this early on.
And now we do see Equilibrium looking to try and take the weapon power on the side of their own weapon power, should I say, but they're avoiding it. They're just securing that wave. And in the meantime, Miguel went for he just put actually a scout cam in the jungle of Equilibrium, which is going to give them a little bit of vision and a little bit of awareness of how Equilibrium's rotations are going down in the early stages of this game. But Equilibrium with this Maline is putting a lot of pressure onto Luna and Squashy. So really good job coming out from them. They're definitely playing their early game to their advantage, Maxwell.
Yeah, definitely. Maline at level 2, that is the first huge power spike, dashing out a ton of damage, especially against Lolininia and Squashy Dar. Well, Showmoka is a really good early game scaling roam, but Lolininia, this early game against Maline, he's going to get poked hard. Squashy, look at that! That's going to be first blood, just barely connecting the last basic attack with Prolito. First blood over to Equilibrium was this jar, so really surprising pick, but really pulling it off quite well.
Well, see, that's where Showmoka can slightly fall down a little bit, is because he's not able to be that much of a frontline defense compared to, let's say, an Arden or a Catherine or even a Finn in the early stages of the game, and kind of really only excels in the 3 or 4 man, 5-man team fight engagements as he's able to hook the chains on. But in this mid lane, definitely they're starting to feel the pressure against Equilibrium, and our words could be eaten, so to speak, as Equilibrium are kind of playing a stronger rotation. They've knocked MLG off their momentum a little bit. Miguel doing his best to secure those little minions, but let's see what he can do as Equilibrium are now going to engage onto Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel, he's very tanky, he does have the flask, will survive that without any problem. But I just really want to talk about something. Well, MLG going for that Crystal Tree, and it's going to be, I thought Rafa was going to be able to steal it away with his A. That's what Flicker Flicker, you must be annoying early game. That would have been a nice steal, but still not going to be happening for the side of Equilibrium. So something I want to talk about, didn't know in the draft phase if it was going to be a weapon or a CP Baron. So this is going to be a weapon fully committed Baron. So into this draft phase, on the side of Equilibrium, how do you think this is going to be working out throughout this entire game, Imperium?
Well, definitely Equilibrium are giving the Baron the best chance to get to that late game power spike as early as possible. So when you have the fortress protecting, and it's going to be a jungle fortress, which is definitely the wisest choice, protecting the Baron as much as he can, I might add. Like I said, you're giving the Baron the best chance to get to the late game. So really good play by Equinox. You're giving themselves the freedom. MLG, they seem a little bit less coordinated in this last game. Maybe fatigue, a bit of tiredness is kind of going against them because, like I said, they've been on the rise for essentially over 3 hours non-stop. So it's going to be feeling them a little bit. Miguel maybe just not in the position that he wants to be all the time. Shouldn't be looking to protect that jungle as much as possible. Just to push the wave a little bit, maybe go back a couple of items. But he is rotating down to try and provide a little bit of support in the mid lane as Lolly Luna does eventually get down to try and get some waves in his favor and get more of a gold. It's still quite even between the two teams. One thing I do fear is that Baron is going to hit that late game and provide a lot of damage as a big tomato dies in hard.
Yeah, gonna be pulled back in. Lolinho, he does have the Aftershock. That's the first item, Malene. I don't think this is really a trade you want to look for when you're on the set of MLG, because Aftershock Malene is definitely one huge... I think it's the best power spike when you are playing on that hero. That's going to be the dive, though, onto Prolito. Does get the fast, does get his B barrier right off the bat. Miguel getting engaged by the dude on this Weapon Baron, but Weapon Baron, as you did mention earlier, not that good early on. You have to get that weapon skating into the late game. Trying to engage is get the Protector contract, the Dragon Blood contract on point. Get applied into 3 enemies on the side of Equilibrium, and that's zoning. That's the last picking up 1, picking up 2, picking up 4. Oh, whoa! That's a quadra kill. He goes down right after that, but that's completely worth it for this Lance. Nice job coming out from this weapons. Sorry, played Florisha.
Man, that damage on Weapon Power Lance is disgusting. But I don't think it was actually in the favor of MLG. Yes, it got kills. It got a bit of gold. It kind of, I suppose, from a mental point of view, it showed Equilibrium that kind of like, look, we're in this. We're not giving you guys as much of an early chance as possible. But down in the bottom lane, it's Pokey getting the better of Rafa. Where is Flourish to secure that bottom lane turret, but instead they're looking to just secure the jungle? I definitely think as we're 6.5 minutes into the game, ignore the jungle. You can take that first turret down, but either way, we're seeing an engagement between the two teams up in the mid lane area, Maxman.
Yeah, gonna try and get the pick onto Prolito. Miguel doesn't have his ultimate, so he kind of get the stuff onto that right now. It's gonna be, the ultimate Iron Cannon! That's gonna be hitting the mark right on the head of that Grumshaw, picking up also another kill onto this Churn Walker. 2 kills still. This game seems very, very even. We got a little bit of a goal lead going over to the side of MLG, but it's nothing compared to how the pressure has been applied by Equilibrium at this point in time. Even though we did have a quadra kill coming out by the side of MLG on that Lance, but like Equilibrium has been the one like owning and holding this early game. They've been pushing back MLG super hard. I think this is the most MLG we've seen them on their back foot this entire series.
100%, but I do like the fact that they have somewhat, so to speak, listen to me, and they secure that first turret in the bottom lane. All the while, though, the turret is looking to be secured by Equilibrium up in the top lane of their own bottom lane. Nice rotations coming out from Prolito and Baraka, as 2 turrets are going to be secured because Equilibrium didn't secure that bottom wave turret. But however, if they don't pour back, if they're not careful, MLG could be caught out. Let's see what can happen in this mid lane as they are staying in the bush, not realizing that Equilibrium have a scout cam.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a little bit unfortunate on the side of MLG. They just don't have that info. Polito might want to wake him up a little bit with a Shadow Tendril. Go for it. Come on.
There you go.
They saw us.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
Why don't we? They're trying to engage onto Miguel right there. A little bit out of position. Does get the Dragon Blood contract applied to the 3. They do not have any main carries in that team fight, so it would be a lose for MLG. Squashy going fairly low, so is Miguel, but now Lolinho joining the fray, surrounded by Photo. Oblivion coming out, does connect onto this Fortress. Not able to get any picks quite yet, but Fortress does use the pack of the wall ultimate, but it's just not going to be enough. Not able to tank up with that fortified health, and that's going to be Grumshaw going down to that little wolf running after him. Impale does connect. Man, Flourish did so much work on this weapon, Lance. Got to give him credit where credit is due.
And also, it's Pokey on this Gwen who's also doing amazing work. The Iron Cannon does come out. It's going to chunk a little bit of damage. And all the while, the top turret was secured by Equilibrium. However, that mid turret has been taken down, Max. And this is starting to go back in the favor of MLG. This is where the synergy of MLG are kind of coming together. They're realizing that they're actually going to have to start sweating that little bit more once again if they're going to get the better of Equilibrium.
So I'm going to mention something real quick. It's Pokemon as Gwen, doing a really good game so far. But
Yep.
there's things that in life you should never let through. Why do you go Poison Shift Gwen? Why do you do this? Why? Come on. For me, you get Breaking Point. Poison Shift Gwen makes no sense. If you're going to go Serpent Mask, then Breaking Point, Crit Gwen, that's
No,
fine.
I know why.
Poison Shift, but
No.
come on.
No, okay, here's my theory. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but you've got the Fortress attacking the pack as they're going to look at to catch out Melee. Not quite.
Oh, Florisha getting that peak. Nice job. That's going to be the Arden Golem just able to zone him out, getting a 2-man stun there. Lalunia does use the fast. Is that going to be enough? I do not think so. That's a triple kill for this Baron. And we know early game Baron really had a hard time coming into this game, but he just picked up 3 kills fairly easily and doesn't even have his breaking point, which is his first power spike on Baron. So now you have to be very careful. If you ignore Baron in those team fights and you don't delete him right away, he's going to scale up and he's going to shut you down. And unfortunately, when you look at the comp on the side of MLG, they do not have a comp that can directly threaten. As I said, Yidris would have been a direct, perfect pickup in this situation. But they don't have that situation to be able to take him away. Trespass coming out. It's going to be taken away. Baron secured it fairly easily. Churnwalker not able to make the plays. Squashy does pop the fast, just not going to be enough. It's going to be one good old Ghost Wing and a kill going over to Equilibrium.
All the while, Miguel did secure that top turret for
I like how
MLG.
you said Miguel was like a Spanish accent, Miguel.
Yeah, that's like Miguel. But yeah, that's the only way. But we do see another engagement. MLG are not sticking together as much as I would like them to, and they're really getting slightly caught out. However, Miguel is joining the rest of his team, and much like going to be Sacrificial Lamb as Equilibrium as a 5-man team are sticking together, and now the tables are turning. Once again, it's a bit of a cat and mouse game between these two teams. Max, and we are 11.5 minutes in. If you look at the builds, I like the it's actually a interestingly hyper build that's coming out from Flourish as he loses his life, but doesn't have the defense that I feel he needs to kind of be a strong force in these team fights. It's like he's just being blown up a little bit too quickly because Baron is getting to the late game.
Well, this Lance, how he's playing it off, he's playing it kind of an assassin. I mentioned like they needed an Idris or something like that. I think he's filling up the role of the assassin. He's the one trying to threaten down this Baron. And the Lance is definitely a hero when you get to full build. He's a hero that can get just 2 to 3 shots down on the Baron and take him down instantaneously. So it's just depending on how he can play it off. Maybe a Slumbering Husk will just be enough for him to like survive long enough to get that kill onto the dude. But the Miguel trying to engage, but didn't know that around the corner, Melina Miracata was there. And he's not going to be able to get away from that. That's a 3v1 engagement. He's just unfortunately not having enough information, just tried to engage that 1v1. But Prolito and Miraka just being there, able to save the dude and pick up a kill.
Yeah, but that's also, I hate to say it, because MLG performed so well. That was an amateur mistake. Rule 1 of top lane, Maxon, don't feed. Rule 1 of top lane is be aware of the rest.
Isn't that every lane's rule? Like, don't feed?
No, but I say top lane more than ever, because if you can stop the enemy bottom lane from kind of, you know, securing turrets and ramping up as quickly, you're just letting the rest of your team get to the late game. As we do see, Equilibrium uses the attack of the pack just to spot where MLG are going to be as they look to secure Blackwing. But yeah, that's definitely a small bit of an amateur mistake. As far as you can call it.
Baron, what have you done? Trying to engage a little bit too deep. They thought he was a front lane, but he's not, and that's going to be a huge impale coming out from this Lance. As I did, he is filling up the role of the assassin throughout this game. That's going to be 3 kills going over to the side of MLG, as the Black Lord going to be pushing slowly throughout the mid lane. Is going to ham onto the second mid lane turret. But still, that was a very nice engagement, and unfortunately, Baron just bind down way more than he can shoot and just getting shut down instantaneously.
Man, MLG, they just, I'm not going to say they surprised me, but you know, they lost the last team fight engagement. They didn't necessarily stick together as a team. You know, Equilibrium secured Blacklaw. MLG kind of go, oh no, we're not out, guys. We're not down and out. We haven't lost this game. They come in and they win the next team fight, and they secure that Blacklaw. They secure the stop of that Blacklaw push by Equilibrium. So man, this game can really go either way right now. Ghostwing has been secured by MLG, so that's really important. However, definitely MLG need to be aware of their lanes. They have to just kind of slightly secure the wave a little bit more before they engage heavily on a team fight, and when they do engage on a team fight, it has to be a 5-man engagement. Otherwise, they're just going to be shut down by this Baron.
Yeah, definitely. Right now we can see this Baron played by the dude. He's starting to ramp up. He's gone for his first time monocle. Looks like he wants to go for his Slumbering Husk before going for the double time monocle. I think that's a good thing to go because Florisho, he is going for that burst. He's going for that one-shot potential. But unfortunately, Miguel, once again, just having these really weird engagements, just getting completely caught out in this top lane, and he's just going to be going down and giving over another kill to Equilibrium. Right now, you can see the side of MLG. They're on these dead rotations. Miguel keeps dying, and then it's a 4v5 team fight. So it doesn't allow MLG to counter fight in any way.
Yeah, and also that Ghostwing capture is just essentially negative, as we do see.
Washo impaling into nothingness right now, to no man's land. That's going to be a first kill going down. Samuel getting deleted instantaneously. Prolito changing his focus over onto Florisho. Florisho, 1v5. Can he pick it up? Unfortunately, no. He's going to be going down. Gang bang, my boys. He will be deleted. Now it's going to be it's Pokey and Squashy backing off the base as Miguel now respawns. And I said they shouldn't pick up a fight. They are in a dead rotation, but they look for an opportunity and lost it completely.
Yeah, exactly. But it all came down to Miguel just losing his life and just securing Equilibrium in that 5v4 situation. But I also want to point out that was a fantastic ultimate by Flicker to give them the kind of right positioning in a secret way where they were able to just engage hard on the MLG. I would say the MLG shouldn't have been there because they were against the 4v5 situation, so any kind of engagement would have gone to their advantage, but they're not giving up. We do see it's Pokey along with Squashy and Miguel sticking together. It's nice to see Grumpjaw Miguel on this Grumpjaw sticking with the rest of his team, not worrying about that top lane so much because there's no need for him to be there. And now they're sticking together as a 5-man team in this bottom lane. This is what I want to see from MLG. Looking at the builds, we see that Grumpjaw has gone for this Crucible. He's got the Pulse Weave. He's looking to build into Slumbering Husk, I would imagine, and then has the Storm Crown. So that's really going to be tanky. Like you mentioned, that Flourish out on that Assassin pickup, which in hindsight, yes, I actually agree with, because you pointed out correctly that he's able to look to shut down and kind of chunk out that Baron quite quickly along with Pokey. Let's see what can happen as the ultimate has been activated by Flicker.
Yeah, MLG doing a really good job there, staying around that scout camp to get vision of the enemy team. Gauntlet coming out, able to zone away the side of MLG. That's going to be Million diving a little bit too deep, able to survive barely. The bleeding coming out. Does do a 2-man sleep. Good night, Sweet Prince. Now Miguel does get the stuff down onto a target, but he's just very low. He's going to try and run for his bare life. That's going to be Baron still going fairly low, able to reposition quite easily right there. And now Pokey's going to be, Darius pokes down onto Maruka. Not able to kill him quite yet, but that fight is quite two-sided. We don't know who's going to be able to win it. Forge trying to engage. No, it's a Flicker actually, but he will be going down. Don't know what his thought period was up there. I don't know what he thought, like, oh, I'm going to go in there. I've got 1 bar HP, but I'm going to go anyways.
Oh man, it feels bad because Miguel kind of, I'm not going to say ruined that engagement, but he should not have swallowed Baron. He literally
you want to swallow a roam, right? Like, that's what he wants.
Yeah, you kind of want to swallow the roam. He shouldn't have done that. If he had swallowed the Baron, that would have been insta kill, and it would have secured the team fight. But because he swallowed, took him to an isolated area, which was actually worse because it actually separated MLG as a 5-man team and put them under more pressure. They weren't able to secure the team fight engagement. Credit to its Pokey because he turned back around and focused with the rest of his team on the mid lane area. So definitely that was kind of damage limitations. But come on, focus, guys. Take down the Baron and look to then swallow a support or swallow another carry so you're able to just, secure that 45 engagement as Equilibrium are looking to take down Ghostwing. This is such a close game, Maxman.
I'm sure it's not here. 4v5 situation. Impale going to be crucibled out, and that's going to be unfortunately last. As you said earlier, not with much defense, getting poked down quite heavily. Also, this Chumel could just in the middle of that team fight, just surrounded by foes. He's going to be going down in that team fight first. And it's going to be picking up 1 kill, looking for the second. Is this going to be an upset for the side of MLG? They're going to try and get the goal. I'm sure he's going to jump over, picks up a double kill. The dude carrying this late game. This is Weapon Baron late game. He's going to shut you down and shut this game down. And now Prolito gets a reverse kill on the Lance. So as also you said earlier, once again, he doesn't have that much defense, so he's get poked down by Prolito quite easily. And there will be Ghostwing secured by the side of Equilibrium. I couldn't hope for a better final game on this tournament. It's super fun.
Oh man, both teams deserve so much respect, especially MLG. They started at the, so to speak, the bottom. They were the first game that started at 7 p.m. against Endless Delirium. They won that, and they've won every single game from that point to this final game. It's still not over though. Blacklaw is about to be secured by Equilibrium, but if MLG, I know they're tired, but come on, guys, stay together. Keep your focus. There's no point in putting in the hard work, putting in the grind if you're not going to kind of stick together till the end. If you're not going to finish the job, I believe in you guys. I know the viewers are believing you. Stick together. You can you can get the
Miguel's
team fight
not.
engagement, but Miguel isn't there.
Yeah, Miguel, I have to rotate back. They're trying to stave his top lane, but he didn't really need to do that. Want to protect it. Iron Cannon does rain down. Procs T, Slumbering Husk onto Pokey. Doesn't have that extra defense potential if he gets dived on by this Baron. So a little bit of a bad situation. Got to play very passive right now. Attack of the pack coming out from Big Tomato. Miguel just diving very, very deep and gets the stuff onto the Baron. Once again, that's not your target. He spits in a good situation right now. Baron just able to dive away quite easily. That's going to be Samuel going down first, and this might be the GG well play for the side of Equilibrium. Miguel does get the Crucible just in time, going to be poked down quite heavily by Prolito. Damn, this is huge. They're doing so well with Pokey, able to tank up the damage up from the Baron. With that Slowing Husk, it's a 3v5 situation, but they're quite low. They can turn this around. Pokey is still open. He does get the Alice down. He gets slowed down his basic attacks. Baron does go down in that team fight first. Now Malene trying to get the pick onto Pokey. Can he get it down? He gets poked to death. Now it's a 2v4 situation. Double kill for the Malene, and this will be an upset. This was huge. Equilibrium claiming this last game of this finals up against MLG. MLG, they've done super well this entire stream, but just way too tired, just not able to pull off the same gameplay at this last game. And you just got to give credit where credit is due. Equilibrium played awesome.
Man, Equilibrium somewhat proved this wrong, Max, man. They really played their draft perfectly. They secured their kind of early game and allowed the dude to get to that late game power spike with just a light shield. He survived so many team fights. I also want to point out that last gauntlet that came out from Baraka on the Arden. That was, man, lick my nipples level of a gauntlet. As good as I think it was Miguel's in the previous game. So that kind of skill, that kind of ability taken, that's what really helps secure the Equilibrium the game. Also, when you look at MLG, like I said, Miguel got caught out essentially once too many times, fed the enemy team, fed those engagements, caused MLG to be on the back foot of 4v5 situations. And yeah, they just fell short, but both teams, so much respect on this King of the Hill event, and congratulations to Equilibrium.